You go out, you bust your butt every day as hard as you can, give 100% effort so the people will give you an opportunity. You do everything right, and then you go home and you... Don't even start. We'll get on that shit a little bit later.
If it ain't white, it ain't right.
What's going on, guys? How's it going, fellas?
Oh, hey, hi.
Well, sir.
All right. Everyone has on their distinguished voice today, I'm assuming?
Yes. We're very distinguished today.
Are we holding pinkies up whenever we talk as well, sir? Are we gonna
No. When I drink out of my chalice, I am.
That is very much a chalice, isn't it, Simon? This fucking guy over here.
Yes, it is.
Episode 162 of the Straight Meddlin Show. Hello, everyone out there in virtual social media and all various platform worlds. This is me. Peter fits in well.
He's still Professor, huh?
Yeah, he's still Professor Miles. And then, of course, we got Simon down here, Mr. Gotti, the Gotti boy, Karate Gotti himself, in the building. So,
What?
Do that again.
What the? Hey man, don't make me go get my swords.
Hashtag stop Asian hate. Anyways,
please stop Asian hate.
Well, of course.
And they're beating up old Asians. At least pick on some young Asians that probably know that.
Oh, the young Asians. Hey man, what's up? Shit.
Why would you want to get your ass kicked by a young Asian person?
Because you obviously you're ready to pick a fight with somebody. Pick a fight with somebody that is comparable, not Chung Lee's mom.
Oh man, you're diving down so many.
Man, you don't know your Chung Lee mom though.
Yeah, I mean, she probably could kick some ass now. But again, episode 162 of your favorite podcast. Now I hate doing this kind of shit because I never really have the right words at certain times. But I want to dedicate this show to a friend of mine that just was killed by Collin County Police. Mr. Marvin Scott III, again, good friend of mine. He always had a smile on his face. If you've been looking on the news or through social media, you may have seen it. That's the guy right there again. Very, very kind dude. Yeah, they're talking about, he's schizophrenic and all this other shit. That's fine. It is what it is. At the same time, again, anytime I was around him, man, he was always smiling. Like that picture sums up him 100%. Just completely goofy, always willing to have a good time. He would give you the shirt off his back if he could. So rest in peace, Marvin. Your sister, we've thoughts and prayers out to your family.
Whole family. Yeah. I know there's they're trying to get an investigation going on with this, and there's a lot of gray area shit going on with this shit. So, man, hopefully they get to the bottom of this. This shit got to stop, man.
Oh yeah.
The cold part about it is when you're in police custody, you're supposed to be safe. You're supposed to be safe.
That's supposed to be the safest place ever, right?
Yeah, you're supposed to be safe. Right. Nobody's supposed. If you're in custody, you're not supposed to end up dead.
Right. So. Exactly. So again, rest easy, homie. Everybody got your back, dog. We got you. But continuing on with the episode, of course, this is what we do. We just meddle all day. So we got our first one coming up here. Mr. Kirk Franklin. Now, this was a couple of weeks old. We didn't record last week for various different reasons. Spring break, people.
Real life.
Yeah, we had shit to do, okay, people. And so, but if you've been hiding up under a rock, Mr. Kirk Franklin, which he has gained my respect even more as a human being at this point, just because of what happened. But I can't even remember or even know, for that matter, what him and his grown ass son.
Yeah,
grown ass son.
Let's put that out. Let's put that out. That's the caveat to that.
Bingo. The nigga 4 years younger than me. Grown ass son. Okay. It was he recorded his dad just basically cussing him, but here it goes.
Up a piece of paper. Okay, if you think I'm reading this paper, let me say it like this. When your bitch ass starts saying some shit that disrespectful, you need to get your skinny motherfucking ass back out the goddamn way before I put my foot in your ass. Because I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. Shut the fuck up. I'm old. What's up? I will break your neck, nigga. Don't you ever disrespect me. I did it.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? That is good parenting right there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm saying dead ass. That is great fucking parenting. I don't know what the argument was about, but at the same time, it was like he was cool. He called nigga bitch ass and everything, but when he said shut the fuck up, he's like, nigga, what? Hold on. Now let's remember now, Kirk Franklin is from Dallas. Okay, he is one of them niggas. So you can let revolution and something about the name Jesus. You can let all that shit out the window, right? Because again, you ain't finna man to man. You're not finna disrespect me, homeboy.
Especially your son.
Especially
your son. There's always gonna be that line that you're not gonna have. You cannot cross that one. And when you do want to cross that one, you know you're gonna you're gonna get called all type of bitch asses and all that. Like I mean, that comes with the territory. Yep. Now you treat me like a nigga off the street.
And now you got to go. You got to go.
Yeah, man.
Big up to Kirk Franklin.
Yeah, again.
The funniest thing is it was the Kirk Franklin voice all throughout. It was the same gospel voice.
Yeah.
If you don't do what I tell you to do, then I'm gonna break your neck. Yes, I will.
Something about the name Jesus.
I need you to survive.
Nah. That's the thing about it. Like you look at that as first of all, we don't know what this stems from. So we're only getting obviously a slanted side of the story put out by the son. But when he calls him a bitch ass nigga, and then the son ends up putting the shit out on the internet, it like confirms that you a bitch ass nigga. Like,
bitch ass nigga shit. You know what I'm
saying? That bitch ass nigga shit, man. So I'm like, I don't know if you were trying to make yourself feel better or what you were trying to do, but like there was a perfect meme for it. It's like when Kirk Franklin's son, look, my dad's cussing me out, and whole black community, man, shut your bitch ass up.
Shut your ass up. You know what I'm saying?
Like, man, nobody's trying to hear that, man. You black kids in general get cussed out every day. Like,
right?
You're not nothing special about.
He's not a kid. He's not a kid.
The kid, as far as Kirk Franklin's kid. That's the only reason I'm saying kid.
That was a crazy thing about the reactions. People were acting like as if this was like a child he was talking to. I mean, technically it's his child, but he's a grown ass man. So
nigga, don't you got a mortgage? You worried about some nigga cussing you out? Word?
Yeah, you're too old to even enlist in the army. So
yeah.
So you are a man.
Exactly. It's little shit like that. It's little shit like that that's making society like some punk asses. Now, would I talk to my 12, 13-year-old like that? No, not seriously, right? At the same time, it's like, hey, you say the wrong thing at the wrong time. Say you liable to get slapped.
You liable to be a little a motherfucker here or a bitch ass nigga there real quick if you say something strange.
I don't think I would ever call him being as a kid a bitch ass. Yeah. But if he's 33 years old and depending on the circumstances, he got some of them tendencies. Like, say, dog, you know what? You're gonna have to meet me outside, homeboy. We're gonna have to discuss this shit outside. And after we get done, we're gonna have a beer. No big deal.
Yeah, and I guess that to me that was what was lost in the translation, because when it first came out, it was like, I actually said it was kid, but it's like it's his kid, but the nigga's grown, so it's like it's grown as adult kid. Yeah, dog. They're get to a certain point where we looking eye to eye. Yeah, we're looking eye to eye. So it's like, nah, man, you don't get that benefit of the doubt. Oh, you gonna still come at me? Yeah.
But I don't understand why you would put it out there publicly. Like, why would you want to embarrass you?
What was the point? Like Kurt said, you's a bitch ass nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, there's really no point in doing that kind of shit. Like people, you get your phone and man, look, not everything is for public consumption. Like a lot of what you do needs to remain private. So if your daddy call you a bitch ass nigga, I mean, you may not agree with it, but sit down next to the man whenever you get a chance and have a conversation. That shit don't need to be put out for public consumption because he famous. Fuck that.
Father, I feel like you're treating me like a child. Well, son, you're acting like a child.
Yeah.
Amen.
I think he was trying to. I guess he was trying to ruin his reputation or something.
You care for me. I need you to survive, son.
He goes on imitation rant.
Yeah. Like I said, I guess he was trying to ruin. But we all knew Kurt Franklin cussed. Like,
of course.
You could say his. You listen to his music and you knew he has too many trap beats for not to cuss.
Yeah. Hey, them hoes be jamming like I don't listen to gospel music, but it's like Revelation. Do you want a revolution? Oh man, that hoe is on the playlist. Don't think it ain't. And then the video made it. Get your ass out. Oh man.
That's it. Did Hype Williams direct that hoe?
Yeah, made a living as a gospel hype man.
Yeah.
Don't do none of the singing. Just be hyping up the singers.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Telling them what to say.
Say it with me now, Saints.
Say it with me.
Say it with me.
But yeah, so shout out to Kirk Franklin, and I don't even know what his son's name is. I ain't even doing no research.
Bitch ass nigga.
That's what you is, cuz. That's
Keith.
Exactly. Keith, his name Keith. Yeah, Keith.
Damn, yeah, you could have did better than that one, Kurt. I guess you was trying to stay with the K.
But Keith's out there, but y'all know who y'all are.
Yeah.
That's the male Karen is Keith.
Yeah. but hustle juice, good job, buddy. But one thing, real quick though, he apologized for it. Like that didn't make any sense. That made
I didn't really
think that's more of a
apology. It was more like, let me just explain, because my shit, this shit got put out publicly. That shouldn't have. Let me say something so I can at least have my side of it out there, So, because I didn't really take it as an apology. He kind of said, I'm sorry y'all had to see me like that, but
right.
That's how it is sometimes behind the scenes. So,
yeah.
So I didn't take it as an apology. I just took it as, all right, this is out there. I got to say something. So let me go out and at least get my little side of it.
Yeah. And to me, I guess he had to, to quote unquote protect his image or whatever the fuck. So more of a PR thing. But man, if you kind of got the gist of it, it's like, man, you didn't even really have to do that, but I get it.
Right. And so I think we got muted for a little bit because of that video. Oh well. But nevertheless, yeah. Again, that apology was bullshit. And what made it even funnier too was the dude's mom. The dude's mom was like, "Yeah, my son was tripping. Not verbatim, but yeah, that kind of shit." It's like, now you fucked up when your mom and your daddy ain't together and they come against your ass. You fucked up. You fucked up. Normally you can play sides, you know what I mean? But you fucked up.
You ain't gonna talk to my baby like that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think most moms would agree with their dad, with their baby daddies calling their son.
Well, he is kind of a bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry, baby. But I wouldn't even do that.
You're just a
everybody
whole
here. He's paying the bill, so have some respect.
You're just a whole hoe, son. That's what she is.
Yeah.
You're just a whole hoe. Well, again, shout out to Kirk Franklin. You have gained more respect from me, sir, and for that we thank you. I don't forgot what the hell. Oh yeah. So So we were talking about this kind of a little bit briefly, like 30 seconds before we started recording. Texas is back to being wide open,
Wide the fuck open.
Last week was spring break. And to be honest with you, it looked a little different, right? Like during COVID, and COVID was, 1 year ago last week, I think, right? Where, everything got shut down. Yeah, things were different. Like I was looking at some of my, on Facebook where they have those previous memories and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it and I'm like, yeah, that didn't age well, or that didn't age well. Oh man, all you gotta do is wash your hands. Yeah, that didn't age well for me. But nevertheless,
I mean, it's a defense.
Yeah.
Wash your ass is one of the main defenses of COVID. Just don't be a nasty motherfucker.
This is true. And so last week with everything opening back up, I went out on St. Patrick's Day for a little bit, right? And the bar that I normally go to, it's normally empty. And I was like, all right, cool.
Not today.
It was not. It scared the shit out of me, right? And honestly, shit, we just got up and left. We were like, man, fuck that. We gotta go somewhere else. Let's go. You know what I mean? And
good job.
Yeah, because it was just too much. Wasn't gonna happen. And so as as the week kind of progressed, I'm going by places, the stores always kind of stay, normal, but I'm going by like areas where they got a lot of bars, restaurants, and all this. It was jumping.
People were outside.
Oh my God, they were out in droves.
And it was just, it was like, it wasn't that, it was like you could just notice the difference. Like, God damn.
Right.
I think it, like you said, the bar you frequent that, maybe if it was a game or something like that, it might be on, it might have a few people in there. Now that I was like, how the fuck y'all all know about this place? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was just one of those, like, we were going out, same type of shit. We went out, we were just running some errands, and then, we didn't feel like coming home to get and cooking. So it was just like, man, we'll just stop by one of the little spots, kind of like that. Like, not saying it doesn't be, because it got a whole bunch of TVs, but it's like, oh, it shouldn't be that bad. Going out, it was like, the actual where we sat at, it was all right, but it was just like, yeah, so we done, nigga. Yeah. Get the hell up out of here, man. This is
eat and go.
Jesus Christ. I said, I only got one half of my vaccine. I ain't got my superpowers yet. Give me a chance.
Miles. Now, me and my wife, we went out for the first time in a long time. I was telling you before we got on, my sister came and watched the babies. So we went downtown. First, we was looking for this food truck that used to be down there. One thing about COVID is it's very common to roll up to a small business that you have been going to for years, and that will be closed.
Oh my God! Shout out to Texan Burger. I miss you.
Yeah. So we went there. Crazy Fish, RIP. It was no longer in existence.
It's no longer. Shout out to Marshawn. It's no longer. I
don't know if we could have, because like you were saying, it was so packed. And now this is outside, so I'll get to that. This is outside, so but it was so many motherfuckers. And Clybourne Park is not that big. It's decent size for what it was made for. It wasn't made for like thousands and thousands of people.
It ain't Central Park.
Yeah. So and we thought there was music because there were just so many people. So we lowered the window. No, there's no music. It's just people standing around. Just I'm outside. I'm not inside. This is the activity that we're doing.
We're free.
Exactly. So then we went to the farmers market, tried to go to this place called Cajun Tailgaters, and they were closed. But the farmers market in general was popping. I mean, popping like.
And everybody got on masks for the most part. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for the most part, everybody had on masks. Like when I was outside, I wasn't wearing a mask because that's not necessary. That's what I was laughing about earlier. Because sometimes like I see people walking around my house and they're the only person outside. There's nobody within hundreds of yards of them.
Right.
And they're walking around with a mask on. I'm like, it goes from person to person. It's not just hanging out on the corner like a drug dealer waiting to get you caught up. Like it's not.
Hey, I used to get mad at those folks or annoyed. I don't even do it no more. As long as they got the mask on. Hey, if they take it too, at least they being too safe.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Like it's because it's like that, and the people that are driving in their car with the mask on, like, bro, you could be comfortable, man. I promise you'd be all right.
It would be like if you were sitting in a pool with a fire extinguisher. It's like, bro, you don't need this at all right now. Like you're totally covered on the fire piece right now.
Go under, motherfucker.
Nah, man. Like I said, you gotta. Like I said, I was annoyed by those type of folks. Not anymore. I said, you just gotta look at it, and yeah. Of course, look at the front side of it. It's like
I look up the street like there's nobody that way. There's nobody. It's just this dude just walking up the street, masked up.
With his mask on.
Say somebody make.
Like, you think you're gonna get it from the trees, bro?
Yeah. Hey, Emlam Shalabam said you can get it from the trees, so you might.
Maybe so. Maybe the squirrel.
Man, listen. I'm gonna put it to you this way, because with spring comes allergies and shit. And man, if COVID is in one of them trees, we all fuck. Because damn it, that pollen and that little white shit been man.
Yeah, that's I keep my nasal spray handy.
I call it liquid cocaine.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah, man, yeah, real good. Like do that shit for about another minutes.
But no, it was you could tell like motherfuckers was let off the leash this weekend. Like it was like yeah. Oh shit.
And they got
and we, like I said, let off the leash, and America right back into mass shootings again. So we right back where we at. Bang, bang, bang.
Everything is back. Everything
back to normal.
Yeah, everything back to normal now. It's just it's horrible.
He said everybody outside domestic terrorism back up. I mean, we right back popping and cocking.
Jesus Christ, man, what the hell is wrong with people? But yeah, and you know what? Briefly touching on that. When Joe Biden came out and said today, like, oh yeah, ban this and ban that, I'm like, yeah, you finna lose that battle.
Yeah, man.
You finna lose that.
That's it. Cause ain't that like Democratic 101? Like as soon as there's something like this, oh, we gotta ban this and that. Like,
right.
That's not gonna land right.
Yeah.
Do you not understand?
The problem is it's already out the bag. Like
it's already out of the bag.
More guns than people. Like, you can't reel that back in.
No, you can't.
Yeah. Pandora only comes out of the box. She never goes back in.
Yeah, like you can maybe pay people, and some people might turn it in, but especially if you stop selling them, people gonna hold on to that shit like it's fucking a brick of gold.
Yeah.
You can't give me no. Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. The motherfucker say, hey, turn in some of your assault rifles. I'll give you.
And some states just wouldn't do it. I'm just telling you that right now.
Yeah, and Texas is definitely the state that would not do it.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, because matter of fact, starting on Monday, everybody's eligible for the vaccine now in Texas. Fuck it. Why put restrictions?
Hey, man, everybody trying. I'm telling you, I'm trying to get my superpowers, baby. Trying to get my superpowers, man. All I want is flight. I thought we were supposed to get it. I thought black folks were supposed to be getting our superpowers at the end of last year. That shit didn't happen. So you're making me go the artificial way, like I'm on fucking the guys. God damn it!
Yeah.
Look what you made me resort to.
$6 million man Simon over there and shit. It's fucking hilarious. But like I said, this is the place that we're in now, and in a way, even though COVID is obviously still out there, in a way though,
very much so,
it was still kind of good, like to see people kind of try to get back to some type of normalcy. Because eventually it was gonna have to happen. Whether you believe in conspiracy theories or not, it really doesn't matter. Eventually the shit was gonna have to get back to normal. And I'm not, of course, at this point right now, it's like, dude, nobody trusts on either side. Nobody trusts the government, right? Yeah,
like it's kind of like that's the thing. But I mean, a worldwide pandemic, that shit was real.
Right.
And I get it, they rushed this shit out and everything like that. But it's like every government didn't want to crumble at the same time. So I mean, find your way to do, like I said, do your own research and everything like that. Like we've alluded to, I don't know how many times, but it's just one of those like. It's just one of those things, man. You gotta kind of just. I mean, like I said, it's just good to see people out since the shit is kind of going back down, but it's down for America, but it's not down like world. You know, the world level and America level is like this.
Right.
Like the world is down here. We still up here. Like this shit is still a real thing.
It's still there. Yeah, it's still
there. Just be smart about shit and do what you want to do. Like I said, nobody forcing you to get that shit. So
yeah, exactly.
It's just an option. It's an option.
And so, shout out to everybody again. Just, continue to be safe as possible. You know, certain things to do, certain things not to do. I'm surprised, strip clubs haven't been shut down yet because.
Were strip clubs ever shut down?
No.
Nigga, the oldest form of getting money will never shut down.
No, strip clubs were not shut down. In fact,
just wear your mask.
Yeah, strip club probably got more, and then they definitely was doing a whole bunch of.
I can get that.
They was doing a bunch of that shit in there. That's for damn sure. Ain't nobody coming.
Oh yeah, you got to make up some of them dollars they were losing in revenue.
I can get that.
Fuck it. But
Sean, man.
Yeah. Oh, man, that was a perfect segue. Hold on. Deshaun.
I can get that.
Deshaun Skeet Watson, baby.
Hey, what's wrong with a rub and tug?
Man, there's nothing wrong with a rub and tub if you go get it, right? Go get your rub and tub if that's what you like. But this shit is starting to get just a little bit out of hand. Now, do I believe he made them feel uncomfortable? Yeah. Do I also believe that they're full of shit? Yeah. Do I think
very
it's a money
much so?
Yeah. Do I think it's a money grab? Yeah. Do I think Houston, Texas have something to do with it? Yeah. So all the arrows are pointing toward, okay, this is just a fuck situation. How are we going to get out of this? We don't need to call Johnny Cochran. How do we get
how
out
are we going to call it? You got a ghost on?
Man, him and Stephen Hawking, them niggas still alive. Anyways, but no, how are we going to get out of this? Because right now they're just piling on shit just to be piling on, right? Like, let's say just the sheer number of it, right? Because obviously one is too many. But if you have one, you can easily dispel that one. So now you got other women coming out saying, oh, this and that. You got all these different women coming out. So, okay, let's say the number gets up to 25. Again, if one of them was right, that's all you need. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's all he's doing is playing the numbers game.
Yeah. And that's
flooding the market.
Although it came out this evening that one of them tried to blackmail him before suing him.
Right. That one. But then again, if it comes out to 25, you have to do that 24 different times, and that's going to be difficult to do.
But he got a shark as a lawyer. So, and this is what his defense lawyer like this is what he's built for this.
So, this is his. Who's it? Yeah. Mark Garagos.
What's his name? I can look back up. I can look it up real quick.
I mean, but nevertheless, like some of these stories are kind of funny though. I'm like, damn.
And you see, right after this stuff started to break, Russell Wilson was like, "I want to go back to the Seahawks."
I'm sure they got something on Baby Jesus. I'm almost certain they got something on Baby Jesus.
He was like, "Oh, you know what? I think we just need to fix the O-line. I think I'm good now."
Mm-hmm. You don't want no.
I was
problem.
Like, that was a quick 180 right there.
Yeah, well, great 180 on that shit. Yep. All right.
Like, oh shit. Well,
his Deshaun Watson's lawyer's name is Rusty Hardin. You can't make this shit up, bro.
Nigga, I damn near just drowned.
Built for this shit. Rusty. He walks in with a Hardin.
Wow. That sounds bro, that sounds like like some type of Western porn star.
He's definitely coming out of Bear County. He got to be out of Bear County.
Rusty Harden.
Rusty Harden, goddamn it.
Rusty Harden.
This is what I do. But again, and none of these things are a criminal case.
That's another thing that makes it look shady.
Well, that doesn't make it look shady. It's just it is what it is.
The last one to accuse him said he's a sexual predator. If he's a sexual predator, you want those motherfuckers off the street. Not
yeah. The wording was pretty bad, but you can't criminalize. You can't criminalize being uncomfortable because he flipped over on his back. Yeah, it's an awkward position to be in, obviously, but he flips on his back. He flipped on his back in his dick hard or something like that. Like you can't criminalize that. Like
because I've gotten one of them full body massaging, and that was my whole thing. I was like, man, just don't. And that's how I had to keep thinking, like, man, don't. Because I'm talking about full body. I was like, man, this is going. If this happens, it's gonna get real awkward in here.
Turn over.
I don't.
Can you work on my calf for a second?
It'll get real awkward in here. So
hell no.
But
like I said, none of these being criminal cases. I think it's just a bad look overall.
They trying to slut shame him into a settlement.
Yeah, and he's finna poke out.
I don't think he is. I don't.
I mean, if he didn't really do nothing, then what's the point?
Nothing. Yeah.
Because here's the thing: if it was that bad, you would go criminal, right? Like to use the OJ thing as an example. It's not like
shout out to OJ for giving the P's and Q's about this shit too.
Hey, look, he was dropping dimes out there, but it's not like they sued him civilly first and then was like, okay, let's press criminal charges. No, they took him to criminal court, and regardless of what happened in criminal court, guilty or innocent, they were going to sue him for civil.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how you. There's no law that says you got to do it that way. You can do it however you want, but the fact that you're going civil tells me it's more about a money grab and less about some kind of justice.
Well, yeah, because like I said, you can't criminalize being uncomfortable in a situation. Like if he's grabbing you, bending you over, and raping you, oh no, that's criminal, right? But if he in there, you giving him a massage and shit like that, and I'm not justifying either way. Ultimately, I don't give a shit. But if you giving him a massage on his thigh and he like, hey man, go ahead and move your hand right there real quick, girl. Uncomfortable, but you can't criminalize that, right? Because at that point, you really do have a choice of saying, no, I'm not going to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? You get your ass up and get the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and one of the that makes me sound slanted.
One of the
plaintiffs was talking about this was her first massage and she didn't know it. Like, first of all, if this is your first massage, how the fuck did you book fucking Deshaun Watson as your first massage? Like, that's
recommended to him by the team, which gets even more shady. Like, why is a team? Why is a team recommending somebody who's never done a massage before to massage a franchise quarterback? Like, that makes no sense whatsoever.
Makes no sense. Like, there's so many, holes you can poke in this. Deshaun, he was trying to poke holes.
Homo things.
That it's like it to me, this shit just doesn't hold water. And I mean, again, Deshaun's best avenue at this point is to be silent and just let the shit play out, because I mean, it's out there now, but we all know if this shit goes, Deshaun's way, the retraction of, oh, this was a mistake and blah blah blah, it's not going to be as, because his reputation is already damaged basically at this point.
Right.
Like, and there's no coming back from that. And the apology is going to be, bullshit and whatever, because then they're not going to mean it, because what they were out for at first.
Right.
So I mean, I just don't get how you can just do this shit and just be like okay with just tarnishing somebody's name on a mere fact for a money grab. But you know, to each his own. Get how you live.
Yeah, people out there struggling. People do some weird ass shit.
Oh no, I understand that shit. I understand that, but come on, man.
I mean,
this shit right.
I mean,
and everybody's represented by the same lawyer.
Well, that's easy to do. That's easy to do.
Yeah,
but that's still
the thing is, that means he's out there looking for. He's going from person to person, like, oh, okay, well, who else? You know somebody who also got a massage from him? Okay, let me have her name.
That doesn't like it should be. You know, they go kind of where they're at because they're all of them. The lawyer is based out of Houston. Every incident didn't happen in Houston, and we know that. That's a fact. So, yeah, man. I don't get that shit, man.
The unfortunate thing though is if he is innocent, you can't shake that. Like there was somebody I was listening to a Saints podcast last week, and there was somebody who it was I won't even say there was somebody who was uncomfortable with Jameis Winston being the quarterback because of the shit in Florida State where he got accused,
right,
shit, which turned out to be bullshit. Right,
the Uber driver thing, right?
Basically admitted to being lying, but still, once that's been put out there, people are always like, I don't know, maybe he didn't, or maybe they got the girl to say she didn't. You know, it didn't happen.
Well, maybe they paid her under the table, and now she's saying that. Or so, you know, however way people, like I said, everybody loves a conspiracy theory because it just feeds into the shit that's already going on in your head. So it's like, you can never shake that from some people. So it's just like you can't. 14 people, 14 fucking lawsuits. Like he's never gonna shake that ever.
Right. Yeah, that's a tough spot for him to be in. Well, I tell you what though, man.
Well, look, man.
When they bought
in New Orleans, I mean, you just come on down. You need to get out of Houston.
When
we'll give you the second round pick. I mean, I'm not giving you a first for a fucking creep, but I'll give you a second round. I'll give you a second round pick.
I'll put it to you this way. It said for a creep, but I'll put it to you this way. If the Texans don't cut him because of all this shit, then I'm buying into the conspiracy. They're
not gonna cut him. Man, we've seen players get cut for less.
Of course. But if the Texans don't cut him, then I believe in that conspiracy theory that they definitely have something to do with it at that point. We're gonna pay you your bread. That's cool, but ain't nobody else gonna want you. You ain't got no choice but to sit your ass here.
Yeah, and the lawyer and the lawyers filing all these suits was the daddy that passed McNair's fucking next door neighbor for some time. So it's like, man, this shit is weird. It's just there's a lot about this shit that just doesn't sit right.
Right. It's a ton about it.
But hey, but as they say, innocent until proven guilty, and let the law play out.
That nigga already guilty, man. Cut that shit out. No, don't play dumb, nigga. You know who this is. Anywho. Now, outside of Deshaun Watson, I will say this. And this is always my fear with sports, right? This is always my fear. Is whenever seasons kind of linger, well, not linger and lag, but whenever you season goes on, you start having these injuries, okay, and the injuries kind of shape how things go. The Lakers, your injury, LeBron, obviously,
they getting their drug right now.
They getting their ass towed off the bone, and like I said, that's your thing. First it started with AD, then you guys recouped from that a little bit. LeBron started playing like LeBron, and now LeBron goes down. Now LaMelo goes down. So it's just like all of these different injuries and shit like that, and it's starting to it kind of gives teams a false sense of hope, right? Because hey, look, if LeBron and AD is out there, let's be honest here. Some of you motherfuckers don't stand a chance to either A, make the playoffs, or B, even go to the next round. But with them out, it's like, oh man, this changes things. It's just it's weak sauce, man. Let's just start with.
But I mean, injuries are part of the game. Lakers got a short end of the stick with the shit. I mean, but it is what it is. That's kind of the bad half of winning the championship. How they had it constructed. You were going to have a short offseason. And they've had the shortest offseason on records. Them and the Heat. But it is what it is. You gotta find your way through it because nobody's gonna feel sorry for you. So
right.
I mean, like I said, I didn't expect, of course with the additions and stuff like that, you expect, especially with two of the top 10, top 8 players in the league, yeah, you expect to be back in contention. But I don't think the Lakers are really worried about seeding. They're just worried about being in. If they can get it
until they run into the Clippers in the first round.
Man, fuck the Clippers, nigga. The Clippers got to do something. And I'm not. And yes, that sounds like Laker Clipper hate banter back and forth. But let's be real. Like the Clippers ain't as bad as the Lakers are playing right now. The Clippers are still behind them.
Yeah, they still ain't playing no better. They ain't.
So it's like, what are we talking about right here? Right. The Clippers should be trying to get like a 1-2 seed. Just to kind of shake off of what happened in the bubble and how they ended the season last year. They're looking like they're just kind of content of making the playoffs with like a 3-4 seed,
right?
Playing, maybe winning the first round, and then getting sent home in the second round like they always do with Live City and all that shit. So to me, it's like until they do something, then say that. And I can say that from a position of I just seen my team win a championship. So like let's do. And hey, you can snarl your face up all you want, but those are facts. So you can say all you want, but those are facts. And hey,
all I know is y'all are 28-15, and the Clippers are 28-16. So
yeah, and they about to jump in. Well, they about to be tied, and the Clippers beat them before first game of the season or first or second, whatever game. So the Clippers will jump in front of them after tonight. But again, the Lakers don't give a shit about no seeding. Both of them boys need to get healthy. And whoever they get, maybe they add Andre Drummond with a buyout situation type thing.
Right.
If they do, I mean, because that's really one of the things that they've been lacking. I think it sounds funny, but the Lakers losing Dwight and McGee was really big for them because they don't have no athletic big that, rim runs and block shots like they did. You could go, if McGee got in foul trouble early in the game last year, you could go to Dwight and there's no drop off. So, now it's, you could tell like, damn, they got nobody in the center. They could still play decent defense, but, decent defense and you can't rebound or nothing. The fuck does that mean?
Man, fuck all that. Y'all still finna get beat. But I will say this: I'm glad.
You hope.
I'm back to my not watching the Mavericks in they win phase. So
good luck with that.
We snuck it. Right now we're in the playoff hunt. Right, we're in the AFC.
Not that you've seen any of it, but
no, I could because again, damn it, I go into those modes. I've seen a couple of Luka highlights. I get whatever as long as hey keep inching. Yeah, I would because honestly, I think Mavericks playing Utah in the first round. Man, I think we can get them boys.
Utah green as fuck.
I think we can get them boys, man. I think we can get that. They're not fault. Yes, and shout out to PJ. Fuck you, PJ. See, I just cussed my own kid out. Because I still ain't beat this motherfucker yet in 2K21. Because he goes against.
Just let PJ know. I'm taking it out on him. He knows I don't play with kids. I don't care about your feelings,
man,
or the trauma this is going to cause you.
You say that now.
Listen,
have you been on the game?
I haven't played in a few months.
Nigga, he finna drag you.
Yeah, he finna drag the shit out of you, cuz. No,
that nigga's in a rhythm.
Hey, it did. Again, I talked to him about shit, but I just don't, I don't think some of that shit be catching to his mind sometimes. Man, in one game I was playing against him, and Joe Ingles came off the bench. He was like, "Oh yeah, Joe Ingles buckets." I was like, "Man, you don't know what you're doing." Wop, wop, wop. Joe Ingles went back 3 for 3, 9 points, back on the bench. Get grounded.
Exactly what he had him out there for.
Yeah, but you know, back to the real shit. Fucking yeah, I think Utah, they're a good team. Don't get me wrong.
Oh
but
yes,
I do think that they are a faulty number one. Right. I think they're winning their championship in the.
They're like the Bucks. They're like the Bucks last year.
Yeah. They're a faulty number one team.
Yeah, go ahead.
But one thing about this whole Lakers thing is they're kind of, and I understand fully why, but a lot of people are like brushing this injury off of LeBron, like a high ankle sprain. For instance, Michael Thomas.
Lingers.
Yeah, Michael Thomas had a high ankle sprain week 1. He didn't come back till week 9.
Yeah.
So like, he came back week 8, but then tweaked it and then came back week 10 actually. So
I think they're just going off of LeBron's history of whenever he does. You know, I know it's been frequent.
Yeah,
but the times he's got hurt, that he's come back and pretty quick. He's had a pretty quick recovery. And trust, I've had a high ankle sprain before. I got it then, and then I still remember this, and it was in high school. I got it. I want to say week 5. Nigga, my ankle didn't feel better. And week 5 was maybe like early October. My ankle didn't feel like right until January. Like where I had no pain, where I could just move around. But you know, you're constantly moving and stuff like that. So that didn't, you know, I only sat down for a week, maybe a week and a half. Yeah. And then I got back to moving around. But it's like, no, if you don't, only thing that does heal that is rest and being off your foot, off your leg for a long period of time. You know, like, because after about 2 weeks, if they slide to like the 7th spot, like, you're gonna have to hurry up and get back.
Right.
Yeah, but see, I think I tend to think it's gonna be, because everybody keeps saying like 4 weeks. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I mean, look, LeBron is a phenomenon. Like, we've never seen anything like him, but he's still human. Like, you know, there's been other great athletes who got this injury, and it's not gonna. I'm not saying this is by any stretch gonna like be a long-term problem for him. Right. But for this very season right now, he's gonna be out at least 6 to 8 weeks. And the problem with these injuries, this one in particular, is it's so easy to re-injure it, right? Especially if you're coming back a little bit earlier than really you should, because you're trying to help the team. Right. Like I said, Michael Thomas came back, stepped on the corner's foot, and was out again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and in basketball, that happens even more. Stepping on your foot and landing in weird ways, or when you like LeBron, you got to stop real hard, and your ankle rolls over in your shoe.
And then on top of that, like you said, especially kind of like what Simon was saying too, like, especially depending on where you're seated at, you know what I mean? Like, if you get to sliding too far, you're gonna have to bring them back just to kind of, you know,
you're gonna have to just kind of just tread water. Because right now they just don't have enough scoring.
At all, like, period. It's just that part's not gonna happen. Now, real quick, I want to go through as of right now the teams that are in the playoffs currently, and I just want, are they going to remain in the playoffs or are they going to slide? Okay, just simple, just having some fun.
But this year you got to think about it. This year it's kind of weird because they got that play-in tournament 7 through 10.
Yeah. But again, you know, so we'll go through top 10. Fine. That's damn near the whole league. All right. So Eastern Conference, Philly.
And
Mile.
Oh, yeah. Well, where are they currently ranked?
First.
Yeah,
Brooklyn was first. Huh. All right,
well, Philly is 30-13. Brooklyn is 29-14. Brooklyn,
they totally collapsed and not make the playoffs. So yeah.
All right, Brooklyn. Yeah, they're
in.
Milwaukee.
And
Mile.
Yeah.
All right, now because this is where it gets, because Milwaukee is 28-14, fourth seed. Miami. I'll put it to you this way: the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, next 5 teams either got 22 or 21 wins. Miami 22-21.
And
Yeah, they got too many vets.
yeah.
Atlanta.
I would say in. I will say, I think at one point we talked about Nate McMillan night stalking his or former head coach at the Hawks. But ever since then, I think they've gone 8-0 or something like that.
They've won 9 of their last. I think they've lost 8-1.
Yeah. So
he's just taking over.
10-1 now.
So I mean, yeah, he snaked them, but hey, at least he did something with it.
Well, he snaked him, but Nate McMillan has always been, he was that player in the league, and he's also been that coach in the league. Think about all the Nate McMillan coach teams. They were good teams. They brought somebody else in after he left to make them a little bit better, right? It's same shit. Yeah,
Indy hasn't really gotten better. I mean, I don't understand why they got rid of him in Indy. It's like,
yeah, that shit was weird.
It wasn't like he got 50 wins out of that roster, like, which is a nice roster, but it's not amazing.
Right.
It wasn't no championship roster.
Yeah, they got some good players, but
remember,
and a lot of those players are now on other teams.
Remember this too, though. Indiana fired motherfucking Larry Bird after that nigga went to the NBA Finals.
I thought he quit.
Yeah, that seemed like a quit to me. I don't know. I don't know for real.
That seems like they let him go because he's from Indiana, French Lick. You know what I'm saying? Man, them Indiana teams was cold as shit. Isaiah Thomas was the coach. Then Larry Bird, man, them boy was out there hoping. That's why I played on 2K21. But so Atlanta, y'all say in. I say
yeah.
I
don't see. I'm looking at. I don't see anybody really just jumping them like that because Toronto playing like shit. Like
Toronto's ass.
I think Charlotte's gonna fall since Meddlin's because they out of there. With Melo being hurt.
If they're a 500 team with them, they're worse without them.
Yeah.
So I think they fall. I think New York slides in. I think New York isn't. Yeah.
It's a good sliding. It's good sliding.
Yeah. I think New York stays put, regardless of what goes on. New York is in the 7th seed.
Yeah, they're a 500 team.
Yeah, I think they stay put though. I think Tibbs get them over the hump. I think Boston is the team that's going to slide.
I don't know. They're one game under 500.
I think they're going to slide though. They still haven't pieced that together with the talent that they got out there. And honestly, it's a Brad Stevens problem. It's a Brad Stevens problem.
What you saying? Them going to slide? Who's going to come get them? I know they're.
I think Chicago can come up and get them. I think Chicago can come up and get them. Zach LaVine.
I mean, they're a game and a half behind them.
I'm a Zach LaVine lover, but I don't see him pulling them into the playoff. I mean, maybe in that weird play-in shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, that's all. I think that's what we got to factor in because we really, we got a taste of it last year in the bubble,
right.
But it was just that. It wasn't
great. That was great basketball too, by the way.
It was like in sprint.
That was great.
So
great basketball.
But that's the only thing I don't. You don't know how that shit's gonna.
Right.
Because Boston's core. I mean, they've seen some playoff basketball in Chicago. Them niggas is green.
And then the trade deadline coming up too. That's gonna play a big factor because I think some
trade
of these
and buyout.
Yeah, I think some of these teams are gonna I think like the Bostons of the world. There was a trade where Marcus Smart was gonna go, and a few other cats. Like I think some of these teams are like, look, yeah, we may make it into the playoffs. That's fine. Especially like Boston, they've been around the playoffs. They've been Eastern Conference Finals. They've been sliding. So
Yeah,
it's not a full blown full blown rebuild mode, but it's just like, okay, well, let's try to just move some.
You got to tweak with this, They got to tweak something, because like you said with the Brad Stevens, we all said this shit. People got to start tuning into us because we be saying this shit first that we weren't all bought into Brad. We didn't say he was a terrible coach, but when them motherfuckers, we all had that stank face when they was like, "Oh, he's better. He might be up there with Popovich or blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Nigga, what? What are y'all doing, man?"
And side note too, by the way, when we get to the Western Conference, the Spurs are in the 7th seed.
But I think one of the things about Boston, people didn't. I mean, look, Boston did have a lot of talent. I mean, I didn't really get given away Gordon Hayward like they did, but they had a lot of talent. But also, the East has it's not good yet, but it's much better than it had been. Like in those first maybe three years or so that Stevens was in there, like you literally had like 4 teams, right? You had whoever LeBron was on. And you have like one other decent like higher level team like a Milwaukee or something,
right?
And then after that, it would be a bunch of Indianas and just Wizards. whatever. So
Wizards and whoever else rounded out because it got to a point. It's like after about the 5 seed, and the 5 seed was maybe 3 games over 500. Everybody was 500 or below.
Yeah.
I remember that shit. That shit was funny as hell. All right, West Coast. Utah and Phoenix and
let us be. I know everybody's starting it now, but we got to give Chris Paul his flowers. This motherfucker is cold.
I've been trying to tell y'all he earned his stripes about 2 seasons ago. I was like, oh no, this nigga go. He'll be all right. He all right. Chris Paul is the shit. Them boys.
We're in a State Farm commercial.
Motherfucker. No, Chris Paul. No, he plays. He truly is the last of the Mohicans, right? He truly is the last of like a true just point guard.
Yeah, just
a true.
Yes and no. Well, that I would say that style. Lonzo. Well, I can't put him up there, but he's a true point guard.
Lonzo is a true point guard, but again, he's going to be in trade talks every single place that he goes, and it's not because he's a bad player. It's just like he's a good player, but you can get something. You know what I'm saying? You can get something for him. And even like LaMelo, like same kind of thing. He distributes the ball pretty well, but they don't change the tempo. Right, like Chris Paul knows, and it could come with being a veteran, but Chris Paul knows when to go fast, when to go slow, when to back up. Oh, young niggas doing too much. Like Chris Paul knows when to do that. Lonzo and the LaMelos of the world.
He's great at reading the room.
Like for example, y'all won a championship last year because of fucking Rondo. Like he knew, he knew exactly what to do, when to do it. Like is a coach on the court, right? So that's the last of that.
That's why he always butts heads with the head coach because nigga, no, I know I'm on the court.
This is what I see exactly. The next best point guard I got after that would probably be like Draymond Green, and then
that motherfucker cold.
He is cold, but
shit, how is he not?
He's had some of the most ugliest, prettiest games ever. When that nigga had 2 points, 11 assists, 13 rebounds, and
again, y'all talk about me for gas bagging. I said this when Golden State, before they even started winning championships, the MVP on that team is Draymond fucking Green, and that stands.
Makes everything go.
It is true to this day. He's still in that. Steph is still the shit. But however, say Draymond make that. He's that cog in the wheel, man. He's making that motherfucker go.
He got what the coaches would say intangibles.
What's he got a triple double and got 2 points? How the fuck you?
How the fuck you do that?
Yeah, exactly. All right, so then LA at 3, they're in. Yeah.
I say.
We'll see.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
If LeBron is out 2 months, you cannot say that the playoffs is a lot.
I didn't say that. At this point, right now, yes, we're talking right now. We're not
talking. That's my opinion, and I said, that's my opinion.
You saying in right now, but you sure want LeBron back on your fantasy team.
Yeah. When he gets back, I'll talk with him.
Yeah. I have a conversation with him. You know what I'm saying?
But no, I'm not saying it like. I'm just saying like everybody's just brushing this off like, oh, no, like he makes that team go. And if you have AD who's already not going to be 100% when he gets back, he's
never 100%.
That's true, but but it's not. They're only 5 games from being. And I know it's just the way the West is. It doesn't mean that you're a bad team. It's just they're only 5 games from being out right now. So is it impossible that they go on? I wouldn't say necessarily 5-game losing streak, but like lose, 7 of 10. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, it's kind of shaky, and it just depends on when he comes back. And then that's a lot of pressure to put on him right when he comes back. I gotta like jump in and.
Again, this is a team. Any team would be shaky him. And this is what I'm saying. But to put that pressure on, of course, it would be pressure on them. Man, two of your 2 best players are injured. I mean, I feel both of them will be back within the next 3 weeks. That's my opinion, right? Of how things are going to go within the next 3 weeks or so. So yeah, they got to hold the fort. If they can just go 500, and I know that's a tall task for this have the team how it's constructed right now, but we don't know what's going to happen at the trade deadline, the buyout, all that type of shit. That plays a part into it. So like you said, there's still a whole bunch of unknowns with it. Just to say, they're gonna fall out or they're gonna be in. Of course, I'm gonna be biased to say they're in. You don't like the Lakers, so you're gonna be biased to say they're out.
It's not about me not liking it. If say Dennis Smith Jr. and not Dennis Smith, oh my God, the boy Donovan. Yeah, Donovan Smith. Say Donovan Mitchell. Say him and Gobert was out. You know what I'm saying? Even though and they were going to be out for a month and a half, or Mitchell will be out for a month and a half, and Gobert will be coming back in 2 to 3 weeks, right? Even though they're in the one spot, it wouldn't be a sure thing. Like
right.
Beyond their best 2 players, the Jazz are very good, but they're good in the context of playing around those 2 dudes, right?
Yeah, of course. You always need stars to get over the hump.
So it's not. So to me, it's not like saying something crazy to say if he's out for an extended period of time that they could be out. Now, in this case, the play-in helps them because
they still got their ticket in.
Yeah, so as long as they don't fall like so far out where you got to make up a ton of games, but if you're still in that 7 to 10 range, like you're fine because I feel like you should probably be able to beat the teams down in the play-in area.
Right.
So
Now I will say this though, that play-in area on the West is going to be a fool. So what is 8 through what 10 or?
No, it's 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, so 7 San Antonio, 8 Dallas, 9 Golden State, 10 Memphis.
Because everybody after that.
I think the draw the Lakers would want would be the Spurs. That's a team.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You could even fuck around and get the Blazers.
Yeah.
Oh, good luck with that.
Yeah, that's a problem. Davey,
y'all said that shit last year.
No, but that's in a series. That's in a series.
It's still a series. It's if you're in the first 2 you're in. If you split to the third, it's a series.
Yeah, but I mean it's not a 7-game series.
Right.
I mean,
I get it. I get it.
You know the losing team go up 2-1 plenty, especially when you had the whole.
But this is again we're splitting hairs with it, and this is a lot of. I mean, I know we're projecting and stuff like that, but we're not
in the context of him just coming back and not necessarily being at like if he was like he is before this injury. I wouldn't give a shit whether they were playing the Blazers or the Spurs or the Mavs or the Warriors or it really wouldn't matter. But if I'm coming back 80%, kind of ginger or whatever on my ankle, and now I gotta chase fucking Dame off a screen, it's not happening. I'm not.
But he ain't gonna be chasing Dame.
Okay, McCollum, Melo, like you got to guard somebody.
Okay, I'll take 80% LeBron over 100% Melo right now.
Man, look, Melo been waiting to catch LeBron wounded for 20 years, nigga.
They ain't gonna happen.
He had his best chance in Denver.
One cross out of it.
He had his best chance in Denver. They used to go at it like Denver wins. Melo,
team, man. He won't admit it, but he should have never left that team.
Man, he had to get to New York, Honey Nut Cheerios, dog.
Man, look, tell her stupid ass, bring your ass out here to Colorado. Or don't.
Shit. We got enough bread. I can just fly back here now and again. No big deal.
Yeah. And now how how Colorado is, like, nigga, that's a place to be. Nigga, just think about it. You got 100 acres up there.
But yeah, so yeah, well, we kind of went through all of them, but yeah, Denver, Portland, San Antonio, yeah, because the sneaky good team is the Warriors, right? If they catch lightning in the bottle, they gonna kick your ass.
They said what Steph in a 3-game run, and he's on in that 3-game run.
Mm-hmm.
There's nobody. I don't give a fuck who you are. Nobody in the league can handle it.
Nobody. And
because he's gonna pull up from the logo, and that's a good shot for him.
And that's crazy. Like the Warriors average 112.9 points a game. They give up 113.1.
That's why they 500.
That's exactly why they 500. Like that hoe could go any way, any night. Basketball season. Bring on the playoffs. But I think we all kind of agree. Oklahoma, the Pelicans.
Yeah, everybody passed Memphis. Yeah, everybody passed Memphis. No.
The Pelicans. The Pelicans with a full team. Like, you got a whole full team.
Look, I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen with the Pels, all right? They're going to go on a run. They've already started this run. They're going to win 5 or 6 of 8 or something like that. Everybody's going to be talking about them. They're going to be close to 500 or maybe at 500. Everybody's going to go, with the Pels, it might look like they're going to surge in. Then they're going to get blown out by somebody and lose 5 straight and be out the playoffs.
You said they already started this run. They 4-6 in the last 10 games. Where's the run?
Won in their last 2. That's what I'm saying. And I'm looking at their schedule. I know my team. Now, I know my team. They're going to go on a little run to give you hope. And right when you have hope and you're like, oh, shit, we're going to get in that play. Oh, yeah, we match up good with Utah. And then they're going to rip your heart out. They're going to rip your fucking heart out.
I the cold part, I don't see
5 games by a total of a half point between all the 5. And then that's going to be it. They're going to be out the playoffs.
I don't understand it, too, with the Pels. Because they're so obviously potential. We all hate that word, right? But they do really have the potential of being like a 5 seed, like legit. Like they could space the floor. They got 2 motherfuckers you can't stop. And to me, their defense should be way better than what it is. The Pels are too athletic to be bad on defense.
They're getting better. I mean, but it's the same thing as always. If there's a website, you can Google it on average age of team and just sort it by age and see where teams rank defensively and where their record is. Mm-hmm. So the oldest teams are the ones you expect. Yeah, right. They're the Lakers. They're the fucking Utah. They're all these teams. Yeah, all these teams at the top.
Denver.
All these teams at the top of the standings tend to be a little bit older and better defensively. So when you look at the Pels, like their core players, Zion is 20, BI is 23, Lonzo is 23, I think. Jackson Hayes is 20, Kira Lewis is 19.
Babies, boy, there were some babies.
So they're coming along. You can see the improvement, but they ain't ready yet. So, like I said, that's why they are inconsistent. Like offensively,
y'all trying to get Lonzo up out of there.
Yeah, who do you get rid of? Like, because somebody is gonna go.
yo, because I'm thinking. I mean, they saying it. I don't get rid of Lonzo. He has, especially this year. He's shown like,
man, look,
he's shown the consistency that's like, that's why we wanted him.
I would trade Lonzo for Tim Hardaway Jr. in a motherfucking New York minute.
No, they're not gonna trade Lonzo. I think they were trying to see what they could get, and just gauge like okay, what's out there.
I was trying to give y'all Bo.
Nobody wants Bo skinny ass.
Here's my problem with Bo. He has all the talent in the world. Bo has a LeBron attitude, and nigga, you Bo, you can't have that. Like if you watch Denver play, look at his attitude. Like, how do you alienate the whole team? Just get your ass over there.
Because I supposed to play.
Nah, but they're not gonna trade Lonzo on the strength that neither like Ingram and Zion want him there. So they're not gonna trade him. I think they're just trying to gauge what they could get for him.
And I was like, because they're fit. He fits what they do best. Like, hey, if Zion is running that court, you know Zoe is throwing that hoop. It don't even matter if he's standing under the other rim. He's gonna throw the hoop.
Let me ask you this: if you can get Kyle Lowry in the second round pick, Jamal, would you trade?
No, second got to be a first.
You don't trade a young player for an old player.
You have 3 young players.
Yeah, but Lowry's on the end of his contract, and you have 18 wins. What the fuck?
That's sexy money. That's sexy money right there. What
best case scenario? He helps you get in to like the bottom of the playoffs, and you get bounced, and then he's gone. Like, what's the point of that?
That's sexy money right there because you're gonna have to pay Lonzo. Look, Lonzo has he passed his rookie deal yet?
Yeah, he's a restricted free agent.
Well, he's gonna get about $20 million a year, so it's expensive. So I think that's why they were looking, because it's like, okay, well, for this amount, let's see what we can get. Can we get something?
And then he's gonna be tougher to trade if the shit don't work out.
Man, listen,
that contract.
The reason I would bet on Lonzo is because, and this goes for any young player, you want players, because in the NBA, there's guys who will be around for 5-6 years, when everybody's waiting for them to develop, But when you see somebody who actually does make develop, like real improvement year over year,
solid player.
That means number one, they're putting in the work, and if they've done it for this long, chances are they're gonna keep doing it when they get the money. And so you might just be scratching the surface. Most players, like I remember we were talking
22, maybe 20, like 22, 23.
Prime till 26, 27. Right. I remember we were talking about this a long time ago with LeBron, where when he was 23 and everybody was talking about,
they were killing him.
He can't win a title. He can't do
killing him.
And it's like, he's not even in his prime yet. Like, he's not even, he didn't hit his prime until really those Miami years.
After
basically like his college league years.
Yeah. So
right after college.
So he wasn't at 23. He wasn't what he was gonna be. Like at 23, he was amazing. At 27, he was unstoppable. There's a difference.
Yeah. Very, very good point. Very good point. And at 36, this motherfucker's still going, man. Yeah.
Because hey, as much as we used to rag on LeBron not having a mid-range, that nigga mid-range game is unstoppable right now.
That ugly ass shut up.
That shit stiffed in a motherfucker. That shit go in all the time. I'm like,
well, the main thing he's added that's been the killer has been the post game, right? And it's the killer. And I say this because it used to always kill the Pels because we couldn't. The problem with the Pels was they could not guard LeBron at all. I'm talking about like last year, even when they had Holiday. But here's the thing: like Holiday actually did a good job on LeBron face up, right? Like when he turned.
Oh, when you put that back to him,
because he had
that grown man strength.
Yeah, he had quickness, and you can't just body him like that. But he would just turn around like Andre Miller, put that fat ass on him, back him down, do the goddamn thing.
That's a good reference right there, boy.
You got to double.
Yeah, you
was drowning. What? You got to double, and what's LeBron gonna do? Go to the corner,
Caruso,
the shot, Caruso, or whatever other irritating role player they got. He's gonna hit a three in your face, and now you gotta watch Caruso run down the fucking court
On that ass, man.
It's unstoppable. And nobody. It was the only reason I thought the Clippers had a chance is because they were the only team I saw that had somebody who he couldn't just do that to. But Kawhi didn't even really want to guard him like that. So, and
he'll put PG on him.
Kawhi don't want that problem for 7 games. He got that championship with San Antonio and them out there because he had them vets out there. Kawhi don't want that problem for 7 games.
LeBron knows that he owns PG, and PG knows that he owns PG. It's not the answer. He's been whipping his ass for a decade.
Whipping his ass. And then he took his coach. Then he took his coach and won a ring with him.
Got a ring with his coach. This nigga LeBron has got to be. He got to be top 3 petty NBA players of all time.
That nigga top 3 petty humans.
Oh, that goes without saying. I'm just saying. Just the moves and how he does things. It's certain things you do. It's like, God damn, that was calculated. You asshole.
Elon Musk is number 1. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. 162 in the building.
162. Damn, we up there.
Yeah, man. Shit.
We're starting to rack some catalogs together.
I think said catalog. It is a catalog, dog.
Coming soon.
I challenge y'all to go just pick a random episode and go listen to that and see what it was like. Go listen to episode 71 and be like, interesting. But yeah, we in this thing. We out this thing.
We out this thing.
Appreciate y'all listening. We out.